Hey there, YouTube. Thanks for joining me on the channel. Today, I wanted to share a pretty simple solution that I designed on my 3D printer for a problem I encountered at work. Now, for background, I'm a law enforcement officer full time, and I'm also in the National Guard. Both of these entities are pretty hesitant about letting us use our own personal equipment and uniform items and prefer that we stick with the things that they issued us. I was deployed most of last year, and before I deployed, our department issued us the Streamlight Stinger, which, for reference, is a full-size, normal-shaped flashlight. I don't have a reference image, but if you can just kind of picture that. Great light, nothing wrong with that. But they decided recently to go with a smaller, lighter weight option, and that is the Streamlight Wedge right here. Now, there's nothing wrong with the flashlight. The flashlight's great. Plenty bright, rechargeable, lightweight and handy, and it's about the size and shape of a Microtech switchblade knife. The problem I ran into is how I carry and store this where I can get it when I need it most. Now, for my department, very strict about uniform and the way that we have to wear it, I really only have access to the back pockets of my pants, nothing else. And for anybody who knows from sitting down long periods of time or law enforcement where you're driving a lot, it's really not a good idea for your long-term health, especially for your back, to have anything this size or bigger, smaller in your back pockets that you're sitting on constantly. That causes a lot of back problems. So with that out of the way, I had to think of a way to store it in the car where I could grab it easily. I have a cloth seat caddy, I believe it's by 5'11", that I keep most of my administrative tools in. And I used to clip this to the outside, and that was fine, except when it got dark. I realized I spent a tremendous amount of time fishing around for this because it did not remain at the same point in space every single time. So I decided to fire up the 3D printer and see if I could come up with a better solution to mount this to my computer stand where I could get it every single time that it'd be in the same spot. So without further ado, let's get into it. I started this project off in Fusion 360. That's kind of my go-to 3D modeling software. A lot of great features, and I was able to find it free as a student. I started this off by drawing out a box to the dimensions I liked, cutting a hole in the top slightly larger than the flashlight itself, and then rounding off the edges before kicking it over to my slicing software. So I sent my project file to Creality Print. That is their downloadable software. It has greater features and is a little bit more ironed out than the cloud-based version. Here, I just adjust the infill volume a little bit, put the fuzzy skin on, and then check the rendering before hitting print. Finally, I hit print and sent it over to my Creality K1 SE printer and watch the magic happen. Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's project. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this content, please leave me a like or a comment. If you're interested in any of the things that I design and create, please visit my store. And I'm going to put a link down to that in my description below. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.